G'day guys. Today, this video is going to be all about prepping for next season in NBA Live Mobile. So if you haven't already heard, Season 2 is around the corner. There's somewhere between 6 to 8 weeks left to be my best guess at this stage of Season 1, although we don't know an exact date. So there's a few things you want to be looking at. The first thing is you want to make sure, oops, wrong one. Let's jump into my team here. You want to make sure that you're taking note of this lock-in lineups alert in your My Team area. So you've got roughly 5 weeks to finalize your primary 5 lineups. Ignore the summer courts. You can see there that's only got 41 days remaining, then it will vanish. But your main franchise, the 5 default lineups, the players that are in those starting positions when that timer expires will be locked in, and they'll be the players that you'll be carrying over to next season. You won't get to use them in regular events. You'll only get to use them in specific legacy franchise events. But it will be nice sort of to reflect on these players, and it will be fun using them in those legacy events. So make sure that you're figure out what you want in your legacy lineup. For me, I want cards that I sort of have a strong connection with, players that I like, cards that I've had fun using in the game. And you can see there that most of my franchise is full of cards that are meeting those exact criteria for me. Figure out what you want. If it's high overall, aim for that. If it's theme teams like all Warriors lineups or all Boston lineups, aim for that. But you've got 5 weeks to lock those final lineups in. So make sure that you're aware of that timer and you're working towards that goal. It's also important to note that coins will not carry over. So don't be afraid to spend all of your coins on getting those legacy lineups exactly as you like. The only things that will carry over are your legacy lineups, NBA cash, and what league you're in. All league rankings will be reset. All the achievements and objectives will be reset. All of the sets, they'll be gone. Anything on your bench, players, collectibles, gone. So there's no need to hoard any of that stuff. Sell off anything you're not using. Build those starting lineups, 25 players for your legacy franchise. The other thing you will want to work towards is these objectives here. Now, look, if it's anything like Madden, the tickets will be used for things like short-term XP and coin boosts, maybe a free elite player, but it won't be a crazy high overall. It'll just be sort of a standard overall, and pro packs. You have to get pretty lucky for pro packs to be amazing. So these tickets by no means are the be all and end all. It's a kickstart, it's some free boosts to get you going, so it's definitely worth it. If you're close to some of these things, go for it. But for instance, the sets, if you're not going to get to 200 different sets to get maximum tickets out of that, don't worry about it. If you're done with your legacy lineups and you've got some spare cash to spend, maybe then you can try chasing those sets. But if you're just not going to hit it, it doesn't really matter. So I wouldn't worry too much about trying to make sure you hit 200 out of 200 in terms of tickets, but definitely go for those that are achievable. So just as an overall review, you'll be taking through your 25 starters in your primary lineups as your legacy franchise, any NBA cash that you've got remaining, so you probably don't want to be spending too much more this season, and the league that you're in. But all sort of progress and achievements and objectives and sets, all of that stuff's reset. Your bench is gone, so don't worry about any of that stuff. Make sure to spend all your coins on just pimping out your legacy franchise so that when you reflect on it, when you get to use it next year, you can have as much fun as possible. So good luck, everybody. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any concerns or things you might be a little bit unclear on going towards next season. I'll see if I can answer them for you. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and please sub to the channel if you want to see more of this content going forward.